Hey everybody, glad you're back. We're on another adventure. I'm headed to another ghost town. I'm on the Salmon River, about I don't know if it's halfway, but I'm in between the town of Stanley and Chalice. And I spotted something on the side of the road. I want to go give it a look. So you're coming with me. Let's go. And there's a thunderstorm chasing us too. So hopefully this all works out. But what do you think? Was this an old mine? Right next to the river? Or just some diversion tunnel maybe? Okay, 9-shot time. Okay, well that was it. Looks like a little mine to me. We better hit the road, try to beat that thunderstorm. We just left the highway. It says it's only 4 miles up a narrow dirt road. So we should be there soon. I hope. Look at all this old equipment. Prospectors first discovered gold in this area in 1864. However, central Idaho was so remote, developing hard rock mines was nearly impossible due to the location and lack of people. Some more chutes. In the mid-1870s, more discoveries of precious minerals were made, and the gold rush was on. In 1877, a major lead and silver vein was found, and even more people flooded into the mining camp. For a couple of years, the ore had to be shipped to Salt Lake City to be processed.
There's a big wooden pipe.
Even with this high cost of shipping, the ore was so rich in minerals, the mine was still making money. In 1880, they constructed their own smelter, and now the mine owners could watch their profits soar. There were about 300 to 500 people living in town, with a number of permanent structures. There was a meat market, general store, boarding houses, and multiple saloons. In 1883, an aerial tramway was built to speed up the process of getting the ore down to the smelter. Mining in Bayhorse peaked in 1888. This would be the last year of full production. That next year, in 1889, Bayhorse went up in flames, destroying several of the prominent buildings. That same year, a water shortage brought the mining to a slow grinding halt. And then, to top that off, prices on lead and silver dropped. And by November, in 1889, the mine shut down and the town went bust. Okay, we'll look at all the small structures first. Try to race this storm, and then we'll go see the mill. Hopefully we can go in, I don't know. I doubt it, but I'm still hoping. Got an old collapsed building here. Partial rock and wood. So it turns out this ghost town is a little bit closer to Chalice than Stanley. But man, 2 killer ghost towns in less than 60 miles? I think it was less than 30 miles actually. Maybe a little bit more. But this ghost town's cool too. This ghost town's just as cool as Custer. Can you see that little guy up there? That little rock building? Uh-oh, I don't think this building made it. Looks like it got washed into the creek, kinda. And the rest of it collapsed. This guy's looking a little withered too. A couple more down here, let's go look. Well, it looks like they had a couple of mine shafts up in the cliff. Like 3 of them at least, right there. The smelter reopened briefly in 1893 and 1894, but by 1897 the smelter was permanently closed and later dismantled. Some mining still continued after that, but now, with the smelter gone, ore had to be shipped to Clayton, 17 miles away, for processing. This would continue until 1925, and the last ore left the mines of Bayhorse. Yeah, so this ghost town is kinda, they left it how they found it. Doesn't look like they've done too much rebuilding, maybe on a few things. But it looks like they're just letting them stand as they are. So you can see what it was really like. Not refurbished. So why do you need a door out to the roof? Dang, I wonder if that's like a 4, maybe even a 5-seater outhouse. 5 miners in that one. Lots of old buildings still here, collapsed. There's a bunch of broken bottles in that one. Old bucket. Look at that, that's possibly an old portal that's collapsed. Right into the rock slide. Bet you that was a dangerous little hole to be in. And we got a wood cabin, and then there's a rock cabin back there. Estimation of the mining at Bayhorse shows production of over $10 million worth of precious metals. 200 ounces of gold, 6.3 million ounces of silver, and 6.6 million pounds of copper. We got ourselves a Wells Fargo building. All the gold passed through this building, I bet. Unless it was in a miner's pocket. This one definitely looks like it's had some help staying alive, which is good. Nice to preserve these old pieces of history. Look, we still got a mill. Hopefully we can get a good look at it. Lots of foundations up there for other buildings. I think all the mines are up this canyon. Well, most of the mines. Probably not all of them. There's a hole. There's another hole up there. And there's the other holes I pointed out earlier. Oh, the ore bucket. Now check out this big old wheel. Probably a pulley wheel. Outhouse, I guess. Let's see if the door opens. Yep, outhouse. It's a two-seater. It's a big ore cart. And a little ore cart. Well, ore bucket. Yeah, that thing's huge. Looks like this part of it collapsed. They're starting to fix her up though right now. Now there's lots of old stuff inside of there still. This is the gateway to one of the roughest lives you'll ever have, being a miner. Some big old logs inside. Another part that collapsed. Bummer. There's still like a tree trunk in there too, like there was a tree that they just built around. Now look at all this old stuff. That sort of looks like a floater table, I think. What you would call it. Anybody missing a door off their car? Oh, there's the fender and the side rail too. Oh, here's the cab of the truck. Check out this square cab. That is an oldie. Look how little that is. Oh, here's a safe. On some caster wheels. There's an old wooden pipe right there, still buried underground. Looks like a pretty big pipe too. Got an old washing tub right here. Old washing machine. What? Fire hydrant? Well, it looks like you used to be able to look in here, but they got it boarded up. I see a little hole up there. I'll stick my camera up there and try to get a night shot. Hopefully we can see something in there. There's just metal everywhere up here. Metal all the way up that hill. Metal all the way down the hill. This is a pretty cool little ghost town, but I can't say I'm impressed with the price. We had to pay $7 just to walk around. Hopefully that $7 goes to fixing these places so they don't fall down anymore. So that makes it worth it. And there is still some here. But man, so far Idaho has got some pretty cool ghost towns. Like I've been to some really cool ghost towns in Idaho now. And this one's on that list. You don't get to see big structures like that very often. Still standing. Chipmunks running everywhere around here. That little guy's cute. Go chasing him.
Dream about you.
Barely see him on the GoPro, and he's the big one. Back. Okay, I found what looks like an old mine. Can't fly the drone because it's trying to rain, so we'll look at it with a zoom camera. I think it's a mine just because that board kind of gives it away. What do you think? Mine? Okay, it looks like we possibly got one up this little canyon too. don't know if I can find it with the zoom camera or not. What's that? Maybe the mine? I don't know. Hard to tell on that one. And my wife spotted this one right off the side of the road. It's pretty heavy duty. Still got most of a roof. We had some big door on it. That's a big hinge. We got some lightning. Where's the thunder? But I think it's time for me to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this ghost town. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. It's raining a little bit.